Hello, teachers. It's Miss Bruin, and this video goes out to you, not your kids. I just wanted to talk a little bit about using Padlet to our advantage and share with you one of the ways, just one of the many ways that you can utilize this resource and create support for your students. I created one for renewable sources of energy and non-renewable sources of energy, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why Padlet is so versatile. As you can see, during this virtual year, I taught most of my science lessons virtually, and I don't think I would have survived without this resource. So I use it for organizing sources when I'm sending kids to find answers to things. So I also start every unit, if you look at the example on the right, conducting inquiry using a Padlet board. And I usually use the shelf one because it organizes the categories into columns. So put your observations in the first column, put your thinking, like how can you try to explain what you see in the second column, and any lingering questions always go in the last column. And it took them it took them a couple of times to get used to this venue and the template for how we would conduct or revisit some inquiry. But it's a great way to do that. And you can hold on to some of their initial questions. So when you are sending them off to go find some questions, you can just pull up your inquiry Padlet and then jump to the research sources that you've collected for them to go find some answers. It's so useful, in my opinion. So another and one of my favorite ways of showing their work is also using Padlet. So celebrating or reflecting on student work, Padlet is a great way to do that. So if you want to show somebody's work and comment on it or have kids react to it, they can actually comment on the Padlet asynchronously, or you can just talk off of something that you're displaying on your screen and that you can share with them and they can click on and they can write into it in real time. So I wanted to share some of the uses, and what I made for you this week is a bank of renewable and non-renewable energy resources. So each shelf is a column. So each column is titled. So all of our renewable energy sources, there are videos, some articles that kids can read to poke their brain and get them really knowledgeable about what we consider as renewable energy sources. Some non-renewable energy sources of information. And then I also included some energy STEM challenges and an invitation to take action at your school from Greenpeace. So you can adapt, you can remake it and add or take away. But if your school isn't using Padlet, or if you're not using Padlet, you should start now. I hope this was helpful. This is Ms. Bruin signing off. And if you have anything to share on Padlet, please, you know where to find me. It's abruin@schools.nyc.gov.